Hello, everybody. Welcome to another episode of Adjusting Success. Today, we're going to go through the basics of marketing. I think the basics are the most important. That's why we keep coming back to them, but it opens up discussion for everyone to answer any questions you may have. I'd love to answer more questions. So, we'll give everyone a couple minutes to get started, but we're going to go through the basics of marketing. And I get a lot of questions about content to post, the videos to post, when to boost, when to run ads, how do you know what to boost, how do you know what ads to run, when do you run ads, how do you know your social media is performing well. A lot of great questions that have come up over the last couple of weeks, which is fantastic. So let's review them so that we have a deeper understanding of them. But it should be about 10-15 minutes of discussion, and then I'm wide open for questions. That's what this is all about. We had some great questions on the Marketing 101 group, and I'm just going to go to them really quick here. Um, the what this was great. If you boost a post and get likes from people you aren't familiar with, what method do you recommend reaching out to them? Let's start this whole video on that question, and I'm going to type it in here. I think I can copy and paste and be smart about this, right? Copy, paste. And if you do that, not that one, silly, that one, perfect. If you boost a post and get likes from people you aren't familiar with, what method do you recommend to reaching out to them? This is fantastic. So let's say you follow the system and you start posting content, and then a couple pieces of your content or your reels, what you'll notice at the beginning is your reels will start to get some likes and some traction, and you start to boost those like you're supposed to. Once you start to do that, then you're going to start to get random people that like your page. And that's fine. So, what do you do to reach out to them? What a great question this is here. So, when we're doing, I find everything's so random. People just listen to stuff like this, or they read a blog about marketing, or they hear some tips, maybe from me or from anyone, and they run with it. They're like, okay, Enrico said to post content and boost it, and then they're just taking content from their site and their blogs, or sorry, on their social media, and they start to boost it. Good job listening and doing, but there's methods to this. So when you do random boosts of random content, you may get random people that end up liking your stuff. So this is a great question. What do you do? So this is why we don't want this to be randomized. We want this to be strung out and a system and procedure. So you have content that you put out all the time. 70% of it is fun, light content about you, about what you do, about your brand. 30% is your offer and specifically how you do what you do. Very different. So the what, where, why, and how and when can all happen 70% of the time, and you can have fun with this. You own two dogs. They're both German shepherds. You take them for walks. They love to swim in the pond. They jump in the swimming pool. This is the favorite brand of food that you feed them. This is how they play with their favorite toys. This is how silly they are when you pet their tummy. This is all content people will eat up, and you're going to get great likes about your German shepherds. And then the 30% that you post about, guess what? When we adjust the atlas this way, not only have we saved people from all these conditions, we perform miracles, and you get no likes. You're like, come on, this doesn't make any sense, because people don't want to be told and learn all the time. Social media is for fun. So those are the basic principles we want to be using when we're boosting content, or you putting content down. Then we pick the winners and we boost those. So let's say you do something like this and you start getting people who you're like, I don't even know who they are. I'm a female chiropractor. I'm posting a lot of stuff, and all I'm getting is 50-plus-year-old men that are liking random guys that look like they may have served some prison time, liking my posts. What do I do with this stuff? Well, the reason you're getting that kind of response is because this is going out to everyone in your targeted area that you boost it to, which is fine. And they really don't know who you are. So people who are already liking and following your page just from that are kind of weird. Why would you follow a page of something you just saw? So you got to think about this stuff. So when you're putting out content that you want to boost, maybe have it tied to something like reply here, or reply in the comments what you do, or what's your favorite restaurant, or what's your favorite smoothie place, or what's your favorite juice to drink, or what's your favorite fruit, or what's your favorite whatever. You get it? And if you reply something in there, I will direct DM you our free guide to juicing and my favorite recipes for juicing, or my 5 tips to getting a better night's sleep, or how to stay hydrated, or and you can just have all this stuff. So it's a switch for a comment, which gives you way more engagement and then more likes, and you get more views and more impressions. And then you have something tied to it. So you're giving it, and it's no harm, no foul. It's a guide, it's a tip, it's a one-page infographic, it's a PDF, it's a JPEG, whatever. It doesn't keep this simple. Don't reinvent the wheel. Simple stuff that goes on with that. Does that make sense? So if you aren't familiar with them, how do you reach out to them? I would not reach out to the people that just like your page based on something that you did. Does that make sense? So that's question number one. This is a 3-part question, so I just divided it into 3 parts. The second part was, do I send them a message, an invite to like, follow your page, and offer to do nothing? This you should do. So everyone that ends up liking you is called a first level of engagement. So now you're getting likes. You can click on the likes underneath your post, the likes and the hearts, right? If you click on it, especially from your mobile device, a little window will pop up with all the people that liked your page. Then right beside it will say invite, or maybe they've already been invited, or it'll say grayed out follow. They already follow you. Then you invite them. So you should invite everyone to your page, because when you're boosting in a radius around your brick and mortar business. So why wouldn't you invite all those people? That's the beautiful thing about boosting, is you can now target the impressions and the reach closer to your practice. So that's fantastic when people like those boosts, because now they're within a certain range. That's cool. Invite all those people. I invite all the likes and hearts from all of our advertising too. All the ads that we run, we click on that and we invite everyone that has liked the ad, because the ad has been targeted to 6 miles around our office. So we want all those people to follow us and like us on our social media. Make sense? Great questions there. And then she had one last one. If you boost a post or run an ad, if you boost a post that isn't performing well after a few days, can you stop it and modify it? Can you stop it and modify it? The answer is no on a boost. So I'll put this up here for you. If you boost a post or run an ad and it isn't performing well after, can you stop and modify it? Not a boost. An ad you can. An ad you can change the text. An ad you can change the demographic. The ad you can change the radius. With a boosted post, you can't. What it will do is ask you, would you like to boost again? Then you can make edits at that point. But if you don't like the way the boost is going, turn it off. Remember, boost is a low-level offer or a low-level ad. Boost is a low-level expenditure. It's $1 a day. You're spending $10 to send this out for 7 days. Does it charge for what ran, or are you stuck with the fee you committed to? You're stuck with whatever it ran with. So once you stop an ad, you have to pay up to that moment and all the impressions and whatever it guaranteed you. So if you set the ad for $10 a day and you ran it for 10 days, you're on the hook for the $100 or the $99.37, whatever it ends up being at the moment when you hit stop. Great questions. I thought that was very useful. What other questions do you guys have about this? Otherwise, we're going to go through exactly what this doctor brought up in these questions is, how do you set up proper engagement so that you can get better leads? And this is what happens when you just repeat or just do, is you end up just getting random people that like your page. And then what do we do with it? So we have to have a system with this. So creating content is just to fill your page with content. No one wants to come to an empty page. Does that make sense? Nobody wants to come to a page that has no content because it looks like spam, it looks fake, whatever. So when your business page has a bunch of information on it, it's more legit. There's more credibility behind it. That's the point of consistent posting. The consistency with that long-term builds an engine of constant impressions and then a higher deliverability of engagement, which is the whole point of social media. So if we lag too long between posts, or we don't post consistently, social media doesn't really play its game. The way people use it privately, the way you may have used your private social media, is just posting freely whenever you want, as little or as much as you want, once a year or once a day, right? That's how social media was meant. But when it comes to pages have to stay constant and consistent. Otherwise, they lose all their traction. So there's no point managing any pages. That means your business page, your professional page, your profile page, whatever, maybe any pages you own. There's no point having them if you're not going to consistently post. So do we understand that part? Posting. The posting is feeding the machine. It's the constant feeding of the machine. Okay. Then we boost our winners and we create, and our content is everything: stories, reels, videos, pictures, text. Everything is considered content. Reels and videos are great for people that are just starting up their businesses and don't have much content yet. I would just be posting reels and stories, reels and stories, reels and stories. That way you start getting impressions. They may be all over the country. It doesn't matter, but at least you're starting to get impressions. Make sense? Then we start to boost the winners. So maybe you had a video and a reel, the same video that you posted as a reel and a video on your content goes and it gets 17 likes and 3 comments. When you typically get 2 likes and no comments on most of your posts, right? Your mom and somebody that works for you likes your posts. That's it. You get 2 likes every single time. And then for some reason, you get 17 and 3 comments. We feed our dogs that too. Or I have 2 German Shepherds as well. Whatever it may be. You pick that, you boost that. That's going to be your boost for the next 7 days for $1 a day. The boosting now targets your area. Now you're saying to social media, to Facebook, to Meta, to now show people like that who liked my reel in a hyper-focused area. I just want you to show them right here in our town. That's great. And then you just pick winners every day. And you boost for $1 a day, $7 a week. Pretty easy, $7 to $10. You're spending about $40 a month. And that's your advertising for the first few months. Affordable, everyone can do that. Make sense? That's how you get started. Then comes the ads. The ads will perform better with a better oil-tuned machine. Are we getting that? I got to stop there and just understand that when we say marketing 101, this is marketing 101. Everybody wants to jump to marketing 303, third year level neuroscience class in third year college. They want to go straight to those questions, but they flunked neuroscience 101. It makes no sense to jump to these things and start doing them if we don't understand the systems and premise of what to do. Questions there? Make sense about that? Posting, content, reels, stories, pictures, videos, all of that stuff is content. Boosting is you're picking the winners from your content. How do you choose winners? The ones that get more engagement. Then we run ads. Ads are their own system. Once we get in there, you can run any ad, any offer for your business. The better your brand, the more awareness you have, the better your ads are going to do. Make sense? You can start those at any, let's say you just opened up your practice. Like, I was behind the 8 ball. I just opened up my Facebook page, just opened up my Instagram page, just created a LinkedIn, just opened up my business 2 weeks ago. I got to run ads. Like, I got to do something to get, I agree with you. Then you just run and you do what you can and you're happy with $59 leads. It's just the way it's going to go. There's no way around it. Then your leads will start to come down as your ads are like a hyper speed. So posting is walking. Posting and content is walking around your neighborhood, your community. That's going to take you years to walk around and shake hands. Boosting is like driving in a car around your community. You're going to be able to say hi and say hello to a lot more people when you're driving by, right? Ads is a jet plane. You're going to get through your town in no time. You're going to have way more because you're paying more. The more you pay, the faster the mechanism, the faster the vehicle. Make sense? So understanding those basics. For those of you that have had pages for years, maybe you're like me, you opened up your pages back when Facebook was just getting started. That's fantastic. Your personal profile page is completely useless and you should not be posting to it at all. And you can if you want. I post so my family and stuff can see the kids and all. That's great. But on your business page and your business profile, that's where we spend all of our time. That's building our brand, that's building awareness, and that's building customers, right? That's the whole point of all this. Whew. Makes sense. So much better when you guys ask questions. I can take a breath and read stuff. Any questions, anything going on there, anything we can answer for you, now is the time to do it. Anything. Just reading a whole bunch of comments here. Okay. Good. Not missing anything. Questions? Anywhere. What we got? Now, on anything. TikTok, ads, YouTube, whatever you want, whatever you guys want to do. But the basics are simple. Shoot videos, save them, save those MP4s, and you can use them across all platforms. You can post them to LinkedIn, you can post them to your YouTube channel, you can post them to your Google, you can make Google posts. So when you do Google posts, I mean, there's another thing to post to. You can use platforms that auto post across as many platforms as you can. Your Instagram page, your Facebook page, your LinkedIn page. You can do all this. You can sync this stuff up. Anything else? Any questions? It's Easter Monday. I don't blame you guys for not being here. It's okay. If you guys did all the Easter egg stuff we did, then I don't blame you at all. How do you come up with good content? Do you share others' posts? Yes. And it was probably about 4 or 5 months ago where I put it in the Marketing 101 group and I just challenged all the chiropractors. I said, chiropractors, do general chiropractic content, just general videos about chiropractic, fixated joints, subluxated ankles, radiating pain, whatever. And don't put your logo on the video. Don't do anything. Just content. Just create content. Then we could all use those MP4s and cross post them on our office. Doesn't matter that you see Dr. Enrico talking about Blair upper cervical and how it helps. Maybe that's not great for your office, but other Blair docs would be like, I'm going to use that. That's great. And who cares if we got Dr. Lindsay doing something on a video and she doesn't work in Florida at our office? I'm going to post it. It's great chiropractic content. We would save each other in this profession so much time if we could just all use it. But so many of us put our logo on there and do it, and that's fine too. You could why can't you use the ICPA stuff and their pictures? I did for years when I first started. Keith Wasung has got a great thing for a few $100, $200. You can buy 750 infographics. I got to reach out to him. We got to create like a video graphic stuff, and that's what I wanted to do too. So that's what we should be doing, is just posting it. So yes, how do you come up with good content? All content is good content. You just don't understand the machine if you're asking about good content. It's like a good website versus a website. A good website has SEO and drives people to it because it matches up with Google and it has all the key features on it. It has search engine optimization built into the website. A general website that you put together on what's it called, WordPress, and post it yourself doesn't drive as much traffic and doesn't have as good SEO. So same thing, all content is good content. We have to understand how content works. Once you post something, and the reason we need to be posting a lot of content, almost definitely every day, maybe multiple times a day, is because of how the machine works. Once it's posted into everyone's feed at that moment, you'll see the most common things in your feed being like 1 minute ago, 10 minutes ago, 9 minutes ago. When you're in your feed, the newer stuff gets boosted to the top. And as the minutes go by, your stuff just starts to go down on everyone's feed. That's what ends up happening. The more followers you have and the more engagement your posts naturally get, the higher you stay in the feed across everyone. So you've got 5 million followers, and all of those followers, you're going to stay higher in their news feed because of your engagement. Your content is, the algorithm gods love it and they keep it up higher. For you and I, our stuff, just as every minute ticks by, we just go down the feed. So far down the feed that it would take people hours to scroll to get to that post that you posted 9 hours ago. Isn't that nuts? So crazy. So all content is good content. You cannot post great content twice a day, every day. You might have a great streak for 2 weeks and post 28 pieces of great content, but you're going to run out of ideas, and they're just the reels and the dances in your office with all the TikTok videos with your staff. How many are you going to do that are going to be home runs, right? It just doesn't. Have fun with it. Do what you love. But I would love for us to share each other's posts. Let's keep hammering at that, and let's try and create it, like people that just have videos just to upload it. I got to figure this out. I got to hire someone that knows how to do this, and a server where we can put all of this stuff, and then you guys could have all access to it. Wouldn't that be great? Let's do that. Upload Chiro content. That'd be fantastic. That we could all use. Hope that answers your question. It was more of a rant. Good. What else do we got? What other questions do we have? You see my eyes bouncing all over the place. It's because I'm checking everything. Marketing 101, YouTube, LinkedIn. What else? Anything else? Any other questions? I'm going to chill and wait. Any more questions? Anything else? It's just so important. If we just dive into the advanced stuff all the time, we miss the simple stuff and our ads just don't work. You got to have consistent stuff going on. Consistency is key. Anything. Great, guys. That's okay. That's great. Sometimes they're short, sometimes they're long. We're here for you anytime and just get engaged in the group. Ask questions at any time. We get back to you the same day. We're in there all the time answering questions. We're there for you every Monday night. We got this Adjusting Success. Come here and ask questions. Every Friday, the podcast drops. You can listen to that on all your streaming channels or watch it live on our YouTube channel or in the group. It's live on Facebook too. It's posted every Friday at 9 a.m. What else do we got? Oh, great question. This is a meta problem. Everyone's getting, it's pretty much spam. You're getting spam. You can't filter it because these bots are going out and creating new pages all the time. And they're always called business meta business. And they're just spamming you. Please ignore them, delete them. You can report them if you want. You can flag them. Just do not click on any links that they send you or answer any questions. Just completely ignore them. They're getting pretty savvy. I got one today saying your credit cards and your ads are not going to run anymore. So they have that one. And that's not how they contact you. Facebook will never contact you via messenger, telephone, text. It will never do that. The only way that they will contact you is through email, your direct profile email. So the one that you set up initially with your profile, your personal profile, because your personal profile owns your business manager. There always has to be a person connected to the ownership of the accounts. So that is the only method that they will get. If you created your thing 15 years ago and you don't ever check that email, that's the only way they'll get you. And if something gets flagged on your account and you don't respond or you don't, mediate it, you will be shut out. You'll just be your ad accounts will be shut down. That's okay, which is not the end of the world. That's just their way of protecting you. The only way to get in trouble personally with it is when people hack into your ads account and then your credit card's attached to it, and then they start running crazy ads, like $9,000 a day. Your credit card usually will crush this, but what they'll do is they're getting savvy. They hack in, they see what your typical run is, like how much you spend, $30 a day, whatever, and they'll do like $99 a day or something that they know it will catch. And then if you don't catch this in a couple days, you get in trouble. We had a friend that they were running it for $9,999 a day. And I think it took them 2.5 days to catch it. They ran $20,000 on the credit card. So crazy. Like, I have to be super protected because many of you, I manage some of your ad accounts. So if I get hacked, then they have access to all your accounts. I'm just being completely honest. So I usually remove myself as an admin when we're done working together, just in case. But I also take all the precautions on securing that. And the best way to keep things secure is changing your password. That's how these hackers get in. They just keep trying things. They found a piece of information somewhere else where you, on a different site, a third-party shopping site you went to Amazon, you clicked on something on there, then it took you to a third-party site to order the mittens from that store that you wanted that there. And they made you create a new password to create the account to buy from them. And you used Fluffy Mitten 101. And then boom, they hacked that one. And now they're using Fluffy Mitten 101 with that email address on everything. They're going to Facebook, they're going to anywhere. And once they get into like a Facebook account, they log in, boom. It's like it takes them within minutes. They're going to start getting into other stuff. That's how they do it. Good question. Yeah, ignore them, delete them. Do not ever respond. Just like the Nigerian princes giving you $3 million emails. Don't respond. It's out of control, isn't it? Like I get like a few a day. It's out of control. And then I help a whole bunch of Kairos too. So I see their notifications. So there's like 50 of these a day spam. It's out of control. They're just, and Meta doesn't know what to do. Like they just, the bots are just, the bots that Meta used to have and Google and Amazon and all those things used to have 5, 6, 7, 8 years ago. Everyone has access to that AI now. It is crazy. It is crazy. So now people are using bots. You can create bots right now, right? For your business and spam text your entire email base, your entire contact list as much as you like. As much as you like. You send them 10 texts a day. I highly do not recommend it. You will be blacklisted, and it will hurt your business. Don't do that. But I'm saying you now have the tools and you can set this up in under 20 minutes with bots. It's so easy. They're automations. These bots are just automations. The more savvy the automation, the more smart the bot is. That's the bot. The entire automation is what a bot is. So I'm learning as I go. That 10 years ago, I didn't know any of this stuff. Yeah, it's out of control. Don't worry about it. Good. More questions. For those of you that want to engage more, this stuff is great. Free stuff is great. The free marketing group is great. The free adjusting success live is great. The free PDFs and stuff that we put out and other groups do it too. Free is great. The next level of engagement is going into a group, an engaged group, which is usually a paid group. I recommend the Book Yourself Solid group. That is such a great group to be a part of, or the Black Diamond Club, which is going to merge and they're going to become, you learn $99 a month. You learn so much in there because you got other people that are bouncing questions every day. And when you ask a question, someone responds within minutes in those groups. So those are what we call highly engaged groups. That's where you want to get your group to be, your Facebook page to be, is a highly engaged. So posting jokes and funny stuff and things about the office and about your German Shepherds, this keeps engagement up. So you get more comments. That's the next. Then the next level is one-on-one coaching. So an engaged group or an IPO group, like an accountability group of 3, 4, 5 other like-minded professionals that sit together and mastermind together. A group like that is great. We've just created the first one. If you're interested in being part of that, that's a low financial barrier to get into, a monthly fee, and we can just group together. I like to keep it to 3 or 4 because it's hard getting 4, 5, 6, 7 minds together at the same time every single week. So keep it to 4. If you're engaged in that, just drop me a DM saying, hey, I heard about your groups. I'd like to be a part of the next group that you put together, which is going to happen the next couple of weeks. And then some emails will go out and we're going to figure out the best time of the week for you. And we're going to try to keep people in the same time zone, or anyone that can do the same time. So if like 6:30 p.m. on Wednesdays work for people, then we'll do 6:30 on Wednesday p.m. Eastern time. And hopefully people in Central time can make it. We can all just get together and do marketing engagement that way every week. That's that. So I created an in between. I found that there was a gap between the free stuff and then one-on-one coaching, which is pretty intense to get into, and it's hyper speed and all that. So then you go on one-on-one coaching. That's the best thing. And then we have a level up, the platinum, where you're like, hey, you do everything and coach me. So those are for the people that just don't have the time. We build everything out for them as we coach. It's just a hyperspeed. That's a hyperspeed thing. But that's my system. But you'll see I copied it from other coaching and consulting groups from all different industries. It's the same thing. Free, get my guide. Put your hand up. Here's a free guide. Here's a free 3-day challenge. Here's a free, you can do this stuff too. Then it's like, hey, come in for this offer. Come try out chiropractic for $99, right? Your ad, your free offer. Then you have like another level, and that's where chiropractors stop. They have their $99, and then they sell them on some type of package, which is great. But what's your $15,000 offer? We don't think above and beyond. So that's a cool thing. What's your $15,000 offer? People are like, wow, I don't know. I don't have a $15,000 offer. Well, what's your $10,000 offer? What would your high level clients come in and pay you $10,000 to do? It could be what you already packaged together for $2,000 for 3 months of care, where you would have a full 1 year package. You get full chiropractic, access to me at any time, same day appointments. You can come to us, and you get all your nutrition included. You get one-on-one coaching, and you get my direct text. I would create a Google Voice and have a direct text to answer any questions through their nutritional journey. I'm just making this up as we talk right now. And that's for $10,000. You can break it up into $888 a month. How do we think outside the box? You got to have these upper levels. So this is the stuff that we talk about in coaching. So I'm just giving you a little snippet of what happens when you do engage at a higher level. You get bigger ideas, bigger thoughts, and you create bigger packages, which is really, really cool. Good. I think that's good. Last minute questions. Keep posting content. That is it. That's what you just got to keep posting. Then you do some boosting. Then you run your ads to get your offer in. You have to have an audience. Otherwise, you're just boosting to nobody. Good stuff. Great, guys. I think that's a wrap for this week. I'll see you next week. And if you need anything, reach out. Take care.